Welcome to the Rural Way Podcast, practical business and leadership conversations for small town living. I'm your host, Tracy Schira-Parker, and this is where we get to dig into working hard, showing up, and chasing big dreams from farmyards and small towns. So if you're building a business and a life where the pace is slower, you already know things are different. We don't have the same resources, margins, or risks, and this podcast is where we close that gap. We talk strategy that works, living a lifestyle we love, and staying true to our roots. So if you're ready, let's get at it. Welcome to another episode of The Rural Way. I'm your host, Tracy Schira-Parker, and this is episode number 3 in the seeding series. And in this episode, I want a really quick episode that is having a conversation around what project management looks like on the farm, especially in the spring. So we start spring, we get straight into seeding and then into spraying, and then it comes this time of the year where everything needs to get done. And there are many projects. And so what I want farmers and farm families to consider is to sit at the beginning of the year and talk about all the projects they want to get done. And there are some simple planning tools that make everything go smoother, because we all know that before we know it, August is here. It's time for swathing and harvest. And then everybody hopes and prays that they're going to be a long harvest so that they can get all their projects done for before the snow flies. And so what I would like to propose or consider is that if farm families took time as soon as seeding is done, or if you have a spouse, or you are the spouse that is like, we are going to get this done this year, or these are the projects that have to get done. Take some time and create, and I'm going to create a tool here and attach it in the show notes and have a link that you can download it. But use some simple project management tools, like a spreadsheet works well, and have the days with each project and outline all the details, like where are you at now with it and what does done look like? So get clear about what does done look like. But even let's just use fencing as an example. So what do you need for your fencing project? And so you'll need all of the supplies. You'll need, you might have to rent a post pounder. You might need some extra labor. You might need the right weather. There might have to be some site prep. I don't know what it is, but each piece needs an action and needs a decision. And so if you outline all of that, some of these things can be done ahead of time so that when the day comes, you are prepared. When the day comes that says, okay, we're going to go fence, but you can't find any of the tools, it just creates a lot of delay and a lot of frustration. And so I've seen some farm families do this, and it is so empowering for everybody because it gets them on the same page. So often it's the wife, not saying it has to be. Sometimes it's the husband, but most often it's the wife, will take and outline everything that needs to get done and create some kind of a timeline and creates each thing like a project. And then it gives the piece of paper and the document gives everybody a chance to actually look at it and say, oh, well, you forgot about this, or we have to decide on that. It also gives everybody a chance to look at the calendar and say, oh, well, so-and-so is gone for 2 weeks for swimming lessons here, so we're not going to be able to get that project done. And then nobody's frustrated. It keeps everybody on the same page and allows everybody to schedule their time so that you're not reacting and you're not having a fit if things weren't done. So outline each component of what needs to get done. As soon as seeding is done, anything that's not part of your day-to-day activities, you can turn into a project. And I guess in some aspects, some of those day-to-day things could be, but I think that would be overkill. So I would just do the bigger projects. But if you have to build some bins, or you need to make some fence, or you need to fix a shed, or I have a bunch of landscaping projects. And so I'll be doing that with my landscaping projects. But make your list and then outline all the steps to completion. What does that look like? And sometimes there's going to be, what are the resources you need? Is it supplies? Is it people? Is it, you know, some prep work? What do you need to get it done? Farmers typically have a real aversion to writing things down because it never, the plan doesn't work. We don't know the weather, but control what's controllable. Like if you can control when you have everything in place, right down to having the tools ready, life is much easier. And we don't yell at each other as much when we do projects. And understand that everybody's going to do things differently. And so pick the person to do the project management that is the most inclined to do that. And let them take over that. If you're a control freak, but you don't want anything on paper and somebody else likes to do that, delegate that. But it will make your life easier and it will make everybody's life easier. And you will get, I promise you will get 10 times more done because you had the prep ahead of time and you just were ready. And you'll be happier and less stressed out. And so will your wife. So that's it. That's it for this quick episode. And it's part of the seeding series, but really it's that post-seeding piece where life is busy and you need to get lots done because before you know it, it'll be harvest. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that and I hope it helps. If you do implement something like this and it works well, let me know because I'd love to have that testimonial or that example. And perhaps if you have a project that goes really well and you share it with me, we'll have you on the podcast in the fall and you can share with us what worked, what didn't, and what you learned. So that's it. Take care. And thanks so much for watching.